I'm just so glad that you guys are here, and I cannot wait. I heard you brought some diamonds along with you.
Absolutely,
I can't
did.
wait to see them and meet with them and speak with them. I'm sure they have a lot to say about the organization. And are you initially the founder before we get the diamonds to come on?
Yes, I formed the group in September of 2007.
Okay, all right. Now, are there different chapters? Because you guys are the region in Philadelphia, am I correct? Or?
Yes, we are. We represent the Philadelphia chapter.
Okay.
We have a South Jersey chapter that's headed by Yahura Russ, and we also have an Atlanta chapter.
Okay.
So we just got Atlanta off the ground, and we're about to launch Boston.
Okay, that's great. Will you be thinking about Bowie, Maryland? I had to ask.
Well, I have been asking Miss Moore Auctions, my BFF of 30 years, to do Maryland. So I'm working on her.
Okay, so that's in the making. So we're crossing. Just please let us know, because I'm pretty sure our viewers today would love to be a part of that. Okay, so you told us pretty much about the name. Of course, it sounds self-explanatory, but there was a deeper meaning of Black women who want more. And that's also, that goes back to your motto, becoming whole. Right. When you value yourself, you indeed want more. You don't settle for just average things. And I was on Facebook, and this really, it touched me. I was on Facebook, and I was just logging on. I already liked the group before I even knew you guys were going to come on to the show. And I was going through something. I think this was, I believe it was Tuesday. I was going through a process in my life where everything was just okay. And I ran across, I think you call them an inspirational gem. And what an inspirational gem to the viewers is like inspirational messages that you guys post. I don't know if it's you that post them, but I'm trying not to tear up, but I was just going through a process in my life where everything was just,
it's okay.
So dull. I am sorry that I'm crying.
It's okay.
And
that happens a lot in our group. Especially
I'm a part now.
You definitely are.
I felt just out of it. And I came across the gym, and I believe it said that it's okay that ordinary doesn't fit well in your life. And it's that because, you were created for extraordinary. So, and that right there, and I wasn't even looking for it, I was just something that I was going through myself, and it was just posted on my homepage. And I'm like, wow. And I had to make sure that when you came, I had to thank you for that post, because
it's so sweet.
I'm like, okay, this is why. It gave me a reason, instead of going through life thinking it's me. Well, how come I don't settle with, average, or how come this is what I get, so hey, I might as well, and I thought I started begin to thinking that it's me, I'm the problem, because everyone else around me were settling.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, okay, well, it's nothing wrong with them, it's something wrong with me. But when I came across that gym, it touched my heart, and I hope it touched your heart. I'm sorry to be a big old crybaby the first time you guys come, but it really struck a chord within my heart. And that's just great that a group they have inspirational messages. If you log on Facebook and you look up Black women who want more, you can just like the group, and you can get all this wonderful information. I even noticed, okay, now I'm going back, went from the heart, now I'm going to the flesh. I'm sorry. I even noticed, y'all, that they feature men, eligible bachelors of the day.
Marriage-minded,
elite men that I thought did not exist, or on this island that we have not come across yet. But and the thing is, I love it how you talk to them and you say, welcome to the jewelry box. Wow. To me, I'm like, okay, so that means jewelry box, you have all different types of, you have your flashy and gaudy pieces, which represent the type of attitude you have, the ones that are ostentatious maybe, that are loud and just out there. And you have reserved pieces, so it's like they can choose whatever their liking is. They can, I love it. I love it. I love what it's all about. So please tell me about how does the process go with picking the bachelors that are
the bachelors of the day come from my personal page. And are we personal friends?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. Definitely. Good, because I have 4,727.
A lot of
so
friends.
I'm just checking. So out of those 4,727 friends,
Okay.
you know, I post on my personal page quality marriage-minded black men who are ready, willing, and able to be married. Inbox me
Ready,
if
willing, and able.
able.
Able. Emphasis on able.
Inbox me if you're interested in being the Bachelor of the Day.
Okay.
And they will inbox me. I mean, they inbox me, one, because the group has a reputation of having polished women who are on a journey, who are purposeful, who are about doing something in life.
Right.
And even if they're not, which most of us are not at all 7 tenets of diamondhood, we're striving for that. We're striving to be financially poised. We are building businesses. We are, you know, going back to school. We are doing the things to get in that place where we're not looking to you to fill a void, but we're looking to complement that good black man when he comes into our life. So we have that reputation as being, I'll put it out there, wife material, like the kind of women that men want to marry. So men want access to the page, and they want to be Bachelor of the Day.
Okay, wow. We're going to get to know a little bit more about the group, and I'm not done with that because I love men. I'm pretty sure our women viewers out there, those who are single, or you know, just at the position where they're looking for something, they're interested in that as well. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more of Renee Toppin and Black Women Who Want More. Welcome back to Inside Out. I told you to not go anywhere because there will definitely be more. We still have with us the beautiful, the talented, phenomenal, that's my favorite word for her because there's nothing else to explain her. We have with us Renee Toppin, and I told you we were going to have more. We have more diamonds. Do you see everyone is here? We're ready to talk. So that's where we left off. We're talking about the eligible bachelors. What's the success rate with that?
Well, we just started it about 2.5 weeks ago. And as far as I know right now, 2 of the gentlemen have met diamonds that they're crazy about. They've had some dates, they're totally smitten, and we're just waiting to see.
Any other
Can't say. Not permitted to say. So you have to come to the fan page every day for updates on our Bachelor of the Day.
So, Miss Moore Jules, what about that feature that they had with the bachelors? How do you find that helpful for women today?
I think it's a great vehicle for black love. I think one of the most divisive and untrue statements that we hear is a good black man is hard to find, and I think it's an excellent way to kind of debunk that myth. I'm crazy about it. I know the fans, it's a favorite feature, the fans on the website.
So you say it's a myth, so you think there are?
I think that there are tons. I think there are tons of eligible, good black men. Definitely.
Have you found any on this side?
I've been in contact
she said she's not trying to expose, not putting anybody under the club.
I can definitely say that the bachelors that I've reached out to have been very kind, very considerate, and you know, just chatting. It's been developing. It's a great friendship.
Okay, that is wonderful. Are they fine? That's what I'm sorry for. I understand the outward appearance, but let's be honest. If you are not attracted to what you come home to, or what you will come home to for the rest of the year, it has to be some type of attraction whatsoever.
And I would say that they are one of my fellow diamonds who isn't here. Miss Moore, warm welcome. We have completely different opposite tastes. Yeah, shout out. So we have opposite tastes, but I can definitely say that I'll look and I'm like, oh, I think he's fine. And she's like, no, but she'll look at a different group and be like, oh, I think he's fine. So there are definitely somebody for everyone. It's a definite variety. Age as well. They're not all.
So one by one, I know I shouted out Miss Moore Jules. We've been me and her been talking behind the scenes. But I want to go one by one and introduce themselves so you can associate the name with the face.
I'm Miss More Empowerment. I do the empowerment piece. We polish our emotional area, and it helps us improve our relationships, including interpersonal relationships between us, such as a good black woman, and we are working to be good black women.
Okay. Now, before we go to the next person, I am intrigued by your name, Miss More Empowerment. What is the origin? What's the meaning behind that? Where does that come from? What made you choose that name? Or why was that name chosen for you?
I'm a domestic violence survivor, so I am a survivor of that and gun violence, and my rehabilitation and leaving a domestic violence relationship helped me become more empowered. So spread the message and send the message of becoming empowered, so to leave unhealthy relationships, unhealthy surroundings, and become more healthy in our journey to our best self.
Wow, I'm just going to stay with you for a second because I feel the strength from you, and that I knew there was more meaning to the name. Not saying that I know they're all meanings, and we're going to one by one find out the meanings of your names. But that the strength of to be empowered and be a survivor from a domestic abusive relationship. Do you mind if we go into in depth with that conversation just a little bit more? Because I feel like that's a testimony that number one, you're here. You're here. That alone shows immense amount of strength, and it shows. I know I always get spiritual, and I apologize to those, but it shows that whose hands you are definitely in to be sitting here amongst us. So can you share with us a little bit about what you experienced?
Yes, I can delve in real briefly so I can make sure all of us are heard. I was a part of a domestic violence relationship for about 10 plus years. I've known this person throughout my teen years. He's had a lot of issues mentally and a lot of male-female relationship issues as well.
So there were signs along the way.
There were signs along the way. I clinged on to having more. So once that started and the power got worse, and it made it harder to leave or less safe to leave. So my purpose of leaving was I needed to have everything in order. And sometimes I don't, as much as it's inspirational, the reality is sometimes when you are leaving a domestic violence relationship, sometimes you have to be prepared to die. We have to be prepared to die. But when I was at that point, but I chose to live after the whole situation happened because he shot me at close range, less than a foot away.
Wow.
I did have some scars. I did have surgery and things like that. But after he shot me, I got up and ran, and I did hear the voice of God. I always tell people that I heard something that, whether it's even if you're spiritual and you don't have a denomination, I heard something saying, "It's okay now. You can get up." And until that point, I've stayed up this whole time period after that. And
now, was he arrested for this?
No, he was not arrested. He unfortunately killed himself.
Wow.
After the situation.
Oh, this is such an unfortunate situation. To be shot. Wow. I can't even imagine. And you're here.
Yes.
If that isn't God, I mean, I'm not trying to make this out to be a religious program. It's all based, like you said, spirituality, and we recognize that inner voice. She heard it, that it was okay to leave. Wow. I'm speechless right now because I have never. You hear about it, on the news, but when it's close range to you, it's definitely an eye opener, and I admire your strength. I admire your strength because a lot of people don't, to be surprised of what we're around. People don't speak on that. People don't tell, what they've been through, and, and they don't realize by prohibiting and not sharing this information, you're actually doing more damage to, the community, especially black women. There's so many young girls that need to hear that you came out of this and that you survived. So, sometimes you do feel like when you're in that situation where there's no way out, but you are living proof and an example. You are a miracle. And miracles still happen. So I thank you for sharing that story. If I have time, I want to come back a little bit more to you, if you don't mind. I love that. Miss Empowerment. More empowerment.
It's more empowerment.
Oh, I love that. So